Hi guys, it's me, just Linson again, and in this video, I would like to cover the second debate between Donald Trump and the Democratic candidate for 2024. This being the first time that Donald Trump were to debate Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. And yeah, it was a pretty good debate. But it was rather a surprise that Trump would to debate Kamala Harris. Because Joe dropped out a few weeks ago. And I think that was the smartest thing that he could have done. Now, I should say that this video is coming out a little bit late because of the computer I record for these things, which kind of has a little bit of a tummy ache, so it wasn't behaving the way it should. So I'm recording this on September 11th, a very tragic day in American history because of this little event. So yeah, I will be recording a video for this movie too, because it's very good for today at least. And I'm not sure, but I think I have a video on here for what my reaction to when the event actually happened years ago. Where I was thinking back then. If not, I'll upload it again to the channel again. Right after I'm done with this video, if my computer behaves itself. So I did watch the entire debate, and it was really, really funny. The best way I could describe it, without getting into too much detail was spoiler alerts, would be if I were to compare it to what would happen if Nelson from The Simpsons were to get into a professional argument, or debate, if you will, with someone like, say, Neil deGrasse Tyson. A really smart person, like Jeopardy smart. And it was actually more of a political bloodbath, if you will, because one person was professionally trained in rehearsal and stuff like that, and the other one was more like shooting from the hip, random shooting up from the hip, repeating all of his talking points, repeating all of his arguments on alternative facts, if you will, and just a general feeling of unpreparedness, that he thought that all of his lives would stick with everybody else this time around. Plus, he came with a few whoppers that even the moderators had to call out on bullshit on. Yeah, I'm talking about Donald Trump here. So, without getting into further ado, I would like to tell you about the second debate and the first debate between Kamala Harris and Donald J. Trump. And it was so funny that even my buddy up there, Sonic the Hedgehog, was laughing his blue butt off with it. Now, this is one thing that I don't like when they did it, was that they portrayed Kamala Harris as the VP, which she is the vice president now under Joe Biden. But what I didn't like was that they called Donald Trump president President Donald Trump. Now, we all know that there was a little bit of a controversy about that, that he lost fair and square and equally. I want to be president again. So, he did the violin shake, and he claimed, that it was a fake elector and the election was rigged and blah 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 blah. But yeah, it was that. So the fact that they referred to him as President of the United States is kind of an ego stroking move on their part, at least. He's not president anymore. He hasn't been for the last 4 years at least. And it's not very proper for him to be called such a person anymore. I mean, granted, there are people that still think that he's the rightful president and that he's making decisions behind closed doors about being president and all that stuff. I just don't think that it should be proper like that. That being said, I like the way he said that he got 73 or 75 million votes, the biggest of any sitting president at the time, which, bravo to him, that's a good milestone to get. But then he said, Kamala Harris rebuked that and said, yeah, but 81 million people would defy you, which was kind of a low blow to his ego, because, his famous phrase, you're fired. And he said that he fired a bunch of losers during the event of the presidency because they didn't do a good job. So apparently he didn't do a good job, so then people fired him properly for that. And I'm sorry, but if you think that he's the president of all that, you're just plain wrong. I'm sorry, but you're just plain wrong. Now, I did like the way Kamala Harris picked him apart and made him upset and cranky, like a little squeal boy that he is. And yeah, she ragged him up so bad that I could swear I could see people in the audience that they exist go, oh no, she didn't. And no, that's not because she half black, because it was a genuinely shocking moment. It was like, oh, I can't believe she did that. And it was like Jerry Springer saying, come on, you go girls. And I can always see that he's going to be saying, oh, the debate was unfair and all this stuff, and that she was rigged in it, the whole big to do and stuff like that. So, you could blame the fact that she's a woman on the fact that she was cranky and that there was a certain amount of things going on with her body and something that's why she was so savage and bitchy and stuff like that, which she did in the past. But I would say that she was on point with most of his stuff. I also like the fact that she went after his crowd sizes, which is another big blow to his ego. Saying that, that his crowd sizes weren't that big and that they've been leading his crowd and his fellas and stuff. Which Trump said, no, you're a poopy head. People don't like you anymore. They don't like your rallies and stuff like that. And people don't go to your rallies. meanwhile, we've seen in the past that his rallies aren't really too much to write home about. He keeps on repeating the same old thing over and over again. It's like, come on, can't you come up with some new material? Which, by the way, he did come up with some new material, saying that the migrants that are coming over the border and they're horrible people. So, how do you make drug dealers, rapists, and criminals even worse than what they are? Well, you make up insane things about them, even more insane. Like, for example, the fact that they eat animals, they eat pets, they devour other things. So, I think that's like a jab at Asian people, because one of the big stereotypes about Asian people is that they eat animals and things, and I find it kind of offensive. I'm not even Asian, so he said that they're eating animals, they're eating pets, whatever else, your beloved pets and things aren't safe with them around. First it was children and women, now it's your beloved pets. Which, I know that some people actually love pets more than they love humans, but beside that, that's just plain wrong. That's insensitive on so many levels. And another thing too is that this Donald Trump always lump all immigrants together, because that's more of an Asian stereotype, more of a joke about Asian people than it is about Spanish people and Central American and Southern American people. So does he think that all people are equally horrible, or does he think that all immigrants do the same horrible things? They're rapists, murderers, they're cannibals, they're probably killers and all that stuff. Kind of insensitive, Donald, especially because the Spanish people and Asian people make up a large portion of the American population. So that's kind of like a dick move even for him to say that kind of stuff. And even the moderator called him out on that live too, saying that there have been no reports of all of that, of pets and animals being mutilated and whatnot. He said that Sean Hannity and learning back that up. Well, listen, if those two or three people backed it up, of course there's going to be something fishy about that, because they're right wingers. So of course they're going to say that stuff, because you're a right winger too. You'd be like, it's like somebody from the left saying something about this person or that event, and then I believe it without checking it first. Of course I'm going to believe them, and I'm sure that those people probably have their own righteous or proper causes for all that. But as far as journalism goes, they're not really up and up. They're only one-sided, pretty much. And they can be racist at times too. So I wouldn't trust them. If Donald Trump got his sources from, say, those people, as well as CNN and MSNBC, etc., or QVC for that matter, then they'd be a little more balanced, be a little more believable, because it'd be sources from both sides of the aisle. But I'm surprised that I don't think he even mentioned Tucker Carlson. So anyway, the title of that, it was funny the way he was talking about the VP and stuff, and that he, like Mike Pence, but he decided not to go for him. And then he stick to his mob after them, which is really poor idea. Now, as for the date itself, September 10th, I don't think it was a coincidence that it happened the day before this event, because I feel that it was on purpose. And it was also a reminder that Donald Trump made some very discouraging remarks about the tower, saying that now that they're down, now I got the biggest tower in New York City. That goes to destroy his mentality for what is care for human life, or lack thereof. So anyway, you got all that. Plus, I like we every time Kamala Harris used to say something bad about Trump or something I didn't like or whatever, and that his COVID response was, let's face it, horrible. You know, 1 million people plus dead under his watch, under his horrendous policies. And it blamed Chinese people for all that. He should have been mocked. He was probably mocked for that. But he looked a lot like and it's not because he's orange or anything, but because he had the face of him. But remember the original orangutan from that Planet Ape movies. I mean the original makeup and stuff. He looked like I was Dr. Zayas. And with his facial structure and the way he smiled whenever Harris would make a comment about his stuff. It reminded me of that. Also, for the same matter, I loved it. Absolutely loved it when Kamala Harris made the point that current leaders of the world are laughing at him. Mr. Big Tough Guy and stuff like that. He would like to project himself as being a tough guy, hard on crime, hard on everybody that Putin would do whatever he says, that Putin would do whatever he wanted to do for him just by saying it, and that everybody would bow down to the United States. I remember that when Trump and Putin were sitting there in the meeting room and stuff, and Putin was going off on whatever Trump was saying. Trump didn't do anything. He was like a little lamb, like I got my mommy, and and because of him, I think Putin had the balls to do what he did in Ukraine and added Crimea to Russian territory. So we have seen that Trump doesn't do shit against guys that he fears, getting guys that he into threat. And I like the way he was closing up to like strongmen like the guy from Hungary, and Kim Jong-un, and all that. He likes to make himself look like a big shot. But look at me how tough I am. I'm getting buddy with, say, the Taliban or the Al-Qaeda. I'm gonna invite him to Camp David. You don't do that with political enemies in the United States. And I find it very interesting that Kamala Harris almost used the F word when this from Donald Trump for that. She almost let that slide, let it come out. And it would be very horrible if she did, but she went for the high road, thank goodness, and she didn't. She kept her composure about that. So yeah, I would definitely say that Kamala Harris won the event, won the debate. Because Donald Trump, for all his fantasy, for all his fantasies about power and, that he was the greatest since Rocky Balboa, I would dare say that he lives in his own little fantasy world. And you know what? I would like to be part of that too. I would like to be in his fantasy world where he is the champion. Because, in reality, that he isn't really the champion of anything, except maybe a hot dog eating contest or cheating on his multiple women. I love it whenever people say that Trump is the harbinger of good religious relations. Meanwhile, he even holds the Bible properly for himself. I mean, I'm not very religious per se, especially after my mom died and all that. But even I know how to hold the Bible properly. And it was really refreshing that he is like that. And it's more refreshing that he gas people in the street, in his own people, his own countrymen, and gas them in the street because he wanted to have a full cup. And I love his argument for abortion and free rights and all that stuff. I'm definitely pro-choice in that regard. And what he did was criminal to women everywhere. Enforcing destroying the ban on destroying the thing about abortion and Roe v. Wade and stuff. Then I probably got rid of that. But if Kamala Harris gets involved, if she becomes president, she's gonna take that and put that into law. And I would love to see all the tears of all the people, all the mega faithful who get who have that put in place. And by the way, I love whenever he said that there is a termination. There's rules that said that we can terminate babies at 9 months, 8 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 month pregnancies, and that we can abort babies even after they're born. I think he's got a few things wrong with that statement. I think he might be confusing it with the one-child policy of China. Also, the moderator has been said there is no law in any state that is permissible, and that's murder. That's street murder. He was lying and all that. And I like the way Kamala Harris said in the beginning that there would be lies coming from this guy's mouth. And sure, there were a lot more than I could probably count. But this is Trump's fantasy world, where I'm sure everything he says is correct and accurate. Even when he said that, that we lost by a small margin. And then he tried to walk back that statement as sarcasm. There was no sarcasm in his voice when he made that remark. And I'm actually strong. But yeah, that was pretty funny, actually. He wanted to make it up big and grand for his people that were watching him. And boy, did he come big time. He spiraled faster than, yeah. But, yeah. That was really entertaining and really funny to see him go up against someone with a big brain, like Kamala Harris. Yeah, I'm sure that he would probably expect Joe Biden, because Joe Biden was losing it mentally a little bit, but not a Trump is versus someone that's a smart cookie. She's she can kick his ass in any way, shape, and fashion. And the fact that she's a prosecutor too is really nice too. And that he was found guilty of so many crimes. But I will give Trump a point or two for at least showing up in the first place, because that takes balls. That takes balls to go into a slaughter like that. And I give him some points for that, for going into a slaughter like that. Now, let's see, well, there, I think the way he was created the distance from Project 2025, but that is your party, you know. If he gets into power, 2025 stuff will come to fruition, and that's not good for America. You know, there's some stuff in there that I don't like, and I don't think anybody else likes too. I think if he gets to power again, he'll be a dictator. And he said so himself, and that he'll his own words will bite him in the ass one day too. And I think that we're not gonna be able to get rid of him. Like a bunch of cockroaches, we ain't gonna get rid of him that easily if he's elected again. But that's why we gotta vote for him not to be in the office. I don't have any problem with Republicans. Just with radical Republicans. Just the people that want to storm our democracies. Let's see, well, there, I don't think, oh yeah, the tariffs. The tariffs that he imposed on China and all that decimated the economy. Because we have to pay for the tariffs in the end. So everything would go up in price. Not that he cares, because he's a millionaire or a billionaire, whichever you prefer. So he doesn't care if, like, gas or food is up $5, $10 or whatever. He can pay for it. The same with his rich buddies and stuff. But we, the American people, the poor people, the average Joes, if you will, no pun intended, we have to stick the bill for his stupidity. And we're still in his little stupid economic war, tech war with China. And one thing that I did notice that I don't comment on was that there were crane machines, there were claw machines in every store that I've seen. And when Trump came into play, those machines either disappeared from stores or they upped their price to be $1, where before they were 50 cents a piece. So those toy dolls are made in China or Korea, something like that. But ever since he got into power, everything would cost a fortune. More money to make. So therefore, the cream machine dolls, they went in price to the point where people don't give a crap anymore. You don't want to shell out more money for them. Also, many of the products that you see, like Hot Topic, JCPenney, that kind of thing, that mostly made in like China, Korea, etc., Vietnam, for example. So when Trump came into the moment Trump came into power, there were malls and whatnot that were full of like little boutique stores, like Hot Topic, like I mentioned, Sears. There was Macy's. There were all kinds of those stores and stuff, even the food places. But when Trump signed in the tariff war and the economic war with China, which he started, by the way, and we're still in today, the mall in my town has been completely dead. The only thing in the mall is GameStop and the movie theater. Everything else is going bye-bye. Well, the food court is now completely gone. The vitamin store is gone. All the clothing stores are gone. Jewelry kiosks are gone now too. Everything is gone, all because of him. So yeah, the malls over by me are like the canary in the coal mine for the economy, because we are so sensitive to all that economic change and whatever. So yeah, if he gets into power again and he does tariff war and stuff, and start attacking everything from foreign places, the economy will tank. It'll go down faster than the Titanic or something else, another big ship like that. So yeah, there's a lot riding on this stuff, and this is coming from a guy who's a big business guy and all that stuff. I also like the way Kamala Harris talked about it, and how people from Wharton Business School don't like him, and saying that that's very bad and stuff like that. This could keep on to a different level, because number one, he's a businessman. Trump is a business guy, and he got deep into his financial history with his father giving him money and stuff that nobody else does that. And number two is that he graduated from Wharton School. Now, when he responded to that, he was very general about what his statements were. People from that school love me and all this stuff. If they loved you, why didn't he produce any of his report cards or grades? I'm the smartest guy in the world. Yeah. Why don't you show that? Why don't you back it up to everyone? I'm sure there's some kind of agreement with him and some of his cohorts to not show the grade, but still, it's rather irritating that he didn't do that. Whereas he made Barack Obama and Joe Biden and so other people show their grades and whatnot. But yeah, that's in the past already. So yeah, I would definitely agree that when Kamala Harris cut deep into his bankruptcies and his, the fact that his father gave him like $1 million loan or something like that. He turned it into many billions of dollars, which I like it when Trump said that. I transform that into billions of dollars. No, he could turn it into trillions of dollars or quadrillions of dollars. He's always trying to outdo himself. There were billions and billions of dollars. No dollars. There was something like trillions of dollars. And he succeeded in getting under his orange skin, much to his detriment. And every time she said that, something like that, he would always go back on the famous trade war and the immigrants and blah 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 and all that stuff. So yeah, she was on point, but he was very much teetering on going insane. Yeah, I definitely think that Kamala Harris won the debate, and I think she'll win the next one too, because I have a good feeling that he's gonna sit on the couch again, doing the same thing over and over again, eating potato chips and thinking that his thing with talking points will go over big with the Nick audience. Immigration, pets being devoured. I love Hannibal Lecter and all this other stuff too. Not the actor, not Anthony Hopkins. I love Hannibal Lecter. Got the guy that really does eat faces off and eat have your liver with a nice Chianti and fava beans. But yeah, there's that too. But yeah, I thank you for watching my video on the second debate of 2024. I'm just really sorry that it came out a little late. I was gonna do it that night, but because my computer was having a hard time, it didn't come out until now. And as you can imagine, my happy face feels approval. Because, Kamala Harris deserves this. She deserves to beat the smuggling chair with glass on. And also, I like the fact that she said, that during the J6 riot, he attempted overthrow of American democracy. She said, that Donald Trump was viewing on TV and enjoying it, and quite possibly pleasuring himself to see all the people doing this for him. And I think that she was doing that and got into his skin again. Yeah, I found it interesting, and of course, Donald Trump had to mention that Nancy Pelosi and blah blah blah, and trying to pass the blame on somebody else, where Trump was in charge. Trump could call the model. Trump could have done all these things to prevent it from happening, from other people dying and getting injured. But no, he had to pass on the Nancy Pelosi or somebody else. You forget when you're president, you get the admiration for all the good stuff you do, as well as the bad stuff you do. You can't have just the good stuff or just the bad stuff. You have to take both equally. You have to fess up to it. And he don't want to do that for shit. So yeah, I think you can watching that video on the first debate with Kamala Harris. it was very funny to watch him. Trump try to struggle against someone a mental capacity bigger than his own or bigger than Joe Biden's. You know, she's a young pup. And yeah. If you like what you see here, you want to see more of me in my videos, you know, like, comment, and share my video, or you can subscribe to my channel. Or if you want, you can contact me or text me or call me for any future ideas for my future things. And my number for that is 631-707-3707. Also, if you want to contact me for anything else, you can contact me with my Twitter account at PMelfronPro on X if you prefer it. Also, you can reach me at my email at jjsviewingchannel@gmail.com. So, I salute all you donkeys and elephants out there. Except Donkey from Shrek. He's annoying. And I would like to say, peace out, my brothers and sisters. I'll see you at the bell on the third debate, if you wish. Should be interesting. And I also like the way Trump was saying, he actually said it out loud, but really quiet little girl, the big boys are talking when it was his turn to talk about stuff during the debate. Really, let me talk now, please. He didn't say please, but you know what I mean by that. So we're kind of like quiet little girl. Let me do the talking. Let the big adults talk. That's why I got out of it, and that wasn't right because Harris never did that. So yeah, I was kind of rude to him, but that could be expected from Trump at this point in his life. And the big cheese and a big macho man, but whatever. So yeah, you never see Kamala Harris doing any stupid fundraisers or stupid train cards or whatever with her face on it. So yeah, that's a whole nother story altogether. So yeah, peace out, my brothers and sisters again. I'll see you in the next one. Aloha, all you girls and guys in the land.